The order they got here sucks. So
The order they got here sucks. Well, okay. First of all, hello everybody. This is some guy named Rob. I'm here with Lee Jansen of YouTube's Best at Losing. And the Royal Rumble starts in, what, about 15 minutes?
Yeah.
So 15 minutes. We're going right down to the wire. We're going to do a little preview video for all of you here of who we think might win.
Who we think should win.
Or who we think should win, yeah. And how badly they might fuck everything up. Because if there's one thing that the WWE is really good at is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Hi, Daniel Bryan. Yeah, okay, so what
Can I pick the matches and then you give your first prediction?
Yeah,
I'll go second?
Sure.
So the first match is, I'm going to pick the order.
Okay.
The Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Okay.
It's a 2 out of 3 falls.
Okay.
Different.
I'm going to use the Brian Zane method and call them Benjables. I think that's a great name. It's not their name. I usually don't like tag teams that don't have names when they've been together for a while, but I can deal with Benjamin and Gable. Or Benjables, because I just think it's funny.
Sure.
As far as who needs the win more, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable need the win more.
I agree.
They need to establish themselves as a tag team. They need the rub, as it were. The Usos can take a loss. They can take a hit. They can get it back next month. Who cares? But Benjables need to look good. They can't lose in 2 falls. If they lose, it has to be something really close on the 3rd fall. And they can't do what they did on SmackDown a couple weeks ago with the false finish and the referee overturning it. They can't screw this up. I would like to see the Usos drop the belts to Benjables. Will it happen? Will they be brave enough to pull the trigger and see what happens? It's hard to say.
Same here. Completely agree. I want Benjamin and Gables to win. Not because I think... Well, first of all, I do think they need to be established as a tag team, but only because I think Gables is a future star. He's a perfect...
Oh, God, yes.
White meat baby face.
Oh, my
in the future.
God, yes.
He's good at being a heel, but he's perfect to be a star in the future.
Oh, absolutely.
I will speak a little less than you are, because I think we're going to run it too close.
Okay. All right, next match.
Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
Okay, The Bar, again. This is the one that confuses me the most because they have an opening video that announces them as The Bar. I know. We're having blueberry ale, by the way, for those of you who are wondering. Lee's not a fan. I'm okay with it. I've had worse. But
I've had worse too.
That describes a lot of my life, but anyway.
You're married, man.
Oh, I'm so not going there.
Yeah.
Not going there. Okay. Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan
The Bar
versus The Bar. You know that The Bar are going to get the titles back at some point. I don't know if it'll be tonight because you can't have every title change hands tonight. But you need at least one. You need one title change at the very least. I don't think it's going to be this one. I think Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins are going to keep him a little bit longer to try and move Jordan towards that heel turn.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Well, I think he's already there.
No, he's not quite there
He's not
yet.
officially there.
He's not officially there. The fans hate him.
Yeah.
So he's already got the heat, but he needs to go a little bit more before he can fully get there.
I will say, Jordan, I used to not be a big fan of him. When he was with Gables, I was like, Gables is a star.
Oh, yeah.
I like him in this role. I think he's going to be great.
He
is so good
yeah.
at being that
The
brat.
third wheel.
Oh my God, he's so good at
The
it.
third wheel who thinks he's the alpha dog.
He's perfect. I love it. I think... I agree with you. I think they're going to keep the belt on them.
Okay.
But The Bar could use a win. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the Titus Worldwide and losing twice in a row to them, but honestly, The Bar are so strong they can take the losses and still not lose credibility.
That's
so,
right. All right, next match: AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
okay. As much as I would like to see the one of the titles in the WWE go under the Freebird rule for a singles, other than the IC title that they did with Chyna and Jericho, I don't think this is the time. You need AJ Styles to look strong going into WrestleMania. And I think another thing you can do with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is put them in the tag division because they need heel tag teams. They don't have heel tag teams. Other than the Bludgeon Brothers, who for some reason I always want to keep calling the Basham Brothers, which I know is wrong. Very wrong. Although if they start getting accompanied to the ring by someone in like a leather dominatrix outfit, I won't be against it.
There you go. I thought this matchup was dumb, and I still do. And I think that if you're going to do something this dumb, you got to commit to stupidity, and you got to put it on them as co-champions and really exaggerate it. Go as stupid as you can. Make it just go like as extreme as you can. I love AJ Styles. I think the guy should win everything he's in.
Oh yeah,
but he has to lose every once in a while. This is 2 against 1. It's a good opportunity to make him lose, but I still feel like you can still put him in any kind of main event.
Yeah, the problem is that this is like a SmackDown match. This is a SmackDown main event match. Not even a main event. This is like a SmackDown end of the first hour match.
I agree.
And they're going to do it. They're going to commit to it. The other thing I don't like is the SmackDown title desperately needs some stability. It's been...
Well, it had Jinder Mahal for a really long time.
Yeah, but... You know, they just gave AJ Styles his second reign. You can take it away from him that quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tricky. I had a similar kind of feeling towards the tag team matches.
Yeah.
I guess I'm holding on for the Royal Rumbles. We'll go for the Brock Lesnar versus Kane versus Braun Strowman.
Kane is there to take the fall so Brock can retain. It's going to look a lot like WrestleMania did when Seth Rollins cashed in. Only this time it's going to be Braun Strowman's going to nail Kane with that running power slam. Brock's going to come in and do something to get Strowman out of the ring. He's going to cover Kane, who's going to be out, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, because they seem to have this hard on for putting Brock against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
I think you're exactly right, and I hate it.
So do I.
Like Braun Strowman deserves something at this point. He's the only guy who he built himself almost. Like,
he's so over.
He faced no-name guys. He basically went into squash matches, which were kind of gone for a while, and just became famous through squash matches.
And not only that...
And then when he wrestles, he's actually decent.
Look at what they did the week before the 25th anniversary Raw show, where they had him run roughshod over the entire show.
Yeah. Flipping semis.
Really, if you take those segments out of Raw, that was one of the most boring episodes of Monday Night Raw this side of the 25th anniversary show.
I would argue that the 25th anniversary show wasn't that great either.
Oh no, that's what I mean.
The opening segment was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in. Women's Royal Rumble match.
Okay.
What are I guess we can go more than just one result.
Oh god. Okay, we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to keep this brief. Maybe I'll do a little fantasy booking a little bit later on.
Cool.
But they can't screw this up. WWE cannot screw this up. You cannot afford to have like a James Ellsworth situation or a Santina. This has to go.
Yeah,
this determines whether or not you're committed to your women's division or if they're just going to be eye candy for 20 minutes every show. I just realized this entire video is going to be out of focus. Hold on, let me just see if I can tap on that. It doesn't make it anyway. Most people aren't going to be watching us anyway. They're just
12 views.
Really? Already?
No, that's what we're going to go for.
Oh, okay. Wow, double digits. You. That's impressive. But yeah, they need this to win. I see one of 3 possible winners. One is going to be Nia Jax, one is going to be Asuka, the other is going to be Becky Lynch. Those are the only 3 credible ones. I have booking ideas based around all that, but we only have 5 minutes. I can't get into all of them. What are your picks?
First of all, I like the Becky Lynch pick. It's weird. I think the 2 favorites are Asuka and Nia Jax. I think there's the potential of someone new winning, but I feel that's unlikely. My prediction for this one, I think Asuka wins. It's easy to say it. I'm going to go with it. My hope is that I don't read the reports too much, but I know that Chelsea Green was released by Impact. She requested her release.
Yes, she was granted a release, but she's going into developmental in a couple weeks.
Oh shit! I was hoping she would be in this and have a really good showing. Well, maybe she will.
Maybe she will,
because they did that with AJ Styles a couple years back. I thought it was a perfect intro. I want to see her in this.
I'd like to see her in this and strong because they need 11 extra entrants.
Yeah. I'd also like to see Kairi Sane and Asuka face off a little bit.
I have something for that in the fantasy booking. If there's anything down the road,
right.
Maybe if we have time before in the next few minutes.
But I said Asuka's going to be my pick.
Okay.
Are you Asuka or Nia Jax? Or
it's going to be.
Do you have one?
The 2 strongest are Asuka, Nia Jax, and it's to set up something with Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Not Becky Lynch. Sorry, with Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
And possibly with Charlotte.
Okay.
Which I might get into a bit. We'll see how it goes.
Let's go Men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
What are you feeling?
Men's Royal Rumble. Please give it to somebody new. Please don't screw this one up as well, or else I'm going to have a hard time wanting to watch WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura, I'd really like to see him win because I'd like to see him and AJ Styles go at it. If anyone who's seen Wrestle Kingdom 10 from New Japan, go watch that match. You can actually find it online. It's on Daily Motion. It is spectacular. If you were to run that at WrestleMania in front of like 60, 70,000 WWE fans, you would have you'd have a crowd on its feet for 30 straight minutes. Other guys that I'd like to see, there are two former Universal Champions who never got a rematch but lost their title due to injury. Seth Rollins is one, and Finn Balor is another one. They're not going to win. I would love to see one of them win. It's not going to happen. But I think you got to give this one the SmackDown because I think they're going to give the Raw to the women, or a Raw superstar is going to win the Women's Rumble, and I think they're going to give it to SmackDown for the men's side. I just hope it's not Randy Orton again, or it's not like John Cena again, or it's somebody who we need somebody fresh. We need fresh people in the main event. These guys don't need the wins. Like
you touch on the person I would like to see win. Well, the two of them, Nakamura, Finn Balor. I think they're the two.
Oh yeah,
they're the two picks for me. I kind of I think Nakamura is the favorite, so I think Finn Balor's more likely to win, just because of that.
Who knows?
But Balor's got the Balor Club thing going on right now. They seem to want to give him a little push by putting him with
they put him
DX thing.
Yeah, obviously, if the COO of the company is giving you the rub at the 25th anniversary and helping you bury one of the best new tag teams that have come onto the roster, we'll get to that at another time. But yeah, I think you don't give it to Roman Reigns. For the love of God, no one cares about Roman Reigns. The only reason why they cheered him as IC champ is because he was going against The Miz.
Miz is so good.
But you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing The Miz win.
I agree. I'd be totally okay with that. That guy's...
guys that are so underrated that could use a singles push. The Miz. Let's see Cesaro win this.
Don't forget, Dolph Ziggler's been away for a while. I know you don't really want him to win, but
you know what?
He's been away for a while.
I think Ziggler versus AJ Styles can make a very good match.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're both great workers.
Yeah.
Something like that. I wouldn't mind a wrinkle like that, but don't make it a predictable John Cena, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns type of show, because it's going to make it very hard for me to care about WrestleMania. And it looks like we're running out of time.
Fantasy book the ladies.
Okay. We have about a minute. So here's why I picked Becky Lynch that could possibly win. Becky Lynch wins the Rumble, goes on the SmackDown, faces Charlotte, turns Charlotte heel. You make it blow up of the friendship. They have a huge blow-off match at WrestleMania. You could even carry that through into SummerSlam. I don't think that's going to be the way that it goes. That would be that's kind of the more predictable of the two routes. The other two are a little bit more interesting, and I'm thinking of having Nia Jax and Asuka as the last two in the ring, and you have Alexa Bliss come out, and they run it a lot like the '99 Royal Rumble, where The Rock came out when it was Stone Cold and Mr. McMahon, and you have either Alexa Bliss causes Nia Jax to get eliminated, and Asuka wins, or you have Alexa Bliss running interference or some kind of whatever as a distraction to Asuka. Nia Jax is able to eliminate her. In either case, you've got a couple of really great scenarios here because you can now put Nia Jax against Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. And then you can send Asuka over to SmackDown. Asuka can take on Charlotte, which would be a 5-star match. Becky Lynch can deal with the Riot Squad for a little while. And she can be the number one contender for whoever's champion at SummerSlam. And actually, as sort of a long-term booking, you have Asuka go over Charlotte at WrestleMania, but you do it in one of those ways where it's an injury. Asuka strikes her so hard it's like a shattered orbital or something, and the referee stops the match, and they have to award the title to Asuka. It's never a pinfall or submission. The referee stops the match. Very important for this, because at SummerSlam, I would have Becky Lynch beat Asuka for the title. I think the streak, it's good enough to end at that point. It'd be like 4.5 years. You can end it. It's not going to hurt Asuka in any way. Propels Becky Lynch into the stratosphere. Like, she's not there already, but it makes her championship extremely legitimate. Back comes Charlotte from injury. Whether it's kayfabe or whatever, who cares? You bring her back on TV in time for the SummerSlam, and then you have Becky Lynch and Charlotte basically blow up in the same way that Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty broke up, where it's just Charlotte goes ape shit and just beats the shit out of Becky Lynch.
You're gonna bring back the barbershop,
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far.
the salon.
Yeah, you do it on an episode of Fashion Police.
There you go.
Or something like that. But anyway. But yeah, you have it as a huge blow up. You turn Charlotte into a monster heel, or as monster as she gets. I think it would be great, and you can play that all the way into the Royal Rumble next year with Charlotte and Becky Lynch. And the way that you take care of Asuka during all of this is that's where you bring in
Kairi Sane.
Nice. And you have Kairi Sane and Asuka. They can put on 5-star matches, pay-per-view after pay-per-view. They can, trade wins, trade loss. It's not really, because they're both going to be so over with the crowd.
And let's remember, there'll be more people on the roster by then. There might be Chelsea Green, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
There might be the Iconic Duo, which I'm also hoping.
Yeah.
That would be great.
And by the way that I would do the introduction for Asuka on a SmackDown is I would have her show up on Raw, by the way, the next night, tomorrow night. Have her show up on Raw with Alexa Bliss in the ring. Just have her come out with her robe, take off her mask, look at Alexa Bliss, look at the WrestleMania sign, point at the WrestleMania sign, walk out without doing anything. Nothing. Next night, Charlotte comes out and she talks about how, it's what a shame that no one from SmackDown was able to win the Rumble, so she doesn't really have a challenger, and boom, lights go out. Mask comes up, music hits, nothing else happens. You know what's happening. Everybody will get it. You don't have to have the face-to-face confrontation because that'll save on all the travel and whatever. You don't even have to have them in the same ring together for the first week. You just kill the lights, hit the music, and show the mask, and everybody's going to know who is facing Charlotte for the title at WrestleMania. It's that simple. All right. So that looks like it's it. Hopefully this went live. This is the first time I've ever done this off my cell phone. We'll see you next time. Hopefully for WrestleMania.